Once upon a time, in the ancient Roman Republic, there was a powerful and ambitious general named Julius Caesar. He had risen to power through a series of military conquests and had even been appointed dictator for life by the Roman Senate. However, many of the senators saw Caesar's increasing power as a threat to the Roman Republic and feared that he would become a tyrant. Julius Caesar was at the height of his power and influence. He had successfully expanded the Roman Empire through a series of military conquests, and had been appointed dictator for life by the Roman Senate. During this time, Caesar implemented a number of political and social reforms aimed at improving the lives of the Roman people. He reformed the Roman calendar, which was in a state of disarray, and established the Julian calendar, which is still in use today. He also passed a number of laws aimed at improving the lives of the poor and the lower classes, such as distributing land to the landless and pardoning those who were in debt. Caesar also made a number of changes to the Roman government, such as the appointment of a new class of magistrates, the praefecti, who were appointed by the Senate and were responsible for maintaining order in the city of Rome. He also expanded the Senate and granted citizenship to a number of people from the provinces, in an effort to create a more inclusive and representative government. Despite his many achievements, Caesar's increasing power and influence also made him many enemies among the Roman elite. Many senators saw him as a threat to the Roman Republic and feared that he would abolish the Roman Republic and turn it into a monarchy. They believed that Caesar's dictatorship would end the Roman Republic and the freedom of the Roman people. This political climate, together with his growing power and ambition, created an environment of mistrust and fear among the Roman elite, which ultimately led to the formation of a conspiracy to assassinate Caesar. The conspirators saw the assassination as a last resort to save the Roman Republic and prevent Caesar from becoming a tyrant. Caesar had been appointed as the governor of Gaul, where he successfully conquered the Gauls and expanded the Roman Empire. He had also been appointed as the governor of Hispania, where he successfully defeated the sons of Pompey, a former ally turned enemy of Caesar. These military successes brought Caesar immense popularity among the Roman people, but it also made him many enemies among the Roman elite, who saw his growing power as a threat to their own influence. In 49 BC, Caesar, defying the Roman Senate's order to disband his army, crossed the Rubicon River with his army, igniting a civil war. Caesar's enemies, including the Senate, were defeated and Caesar emerged victorious. He was appointed as dictator of Rome, and later as dictator for life. Caesar's dictatorship marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. However, Caesar's dictatorship was not welcomed by all. Many senators saw Caesar's increasing power as a threat to the Roman Republic, and they feared that he would abolish the Roman Republic and turn it into a monarchy. They believed that Caesar's dictatorship would end the Roman Republic and the freedom of the Roman people. In 44 BC, a group of senators, led by Marcus Brutus, formed a conspiracy to assassinate Caesar. They were unhappy with the way he was governing, believing he was becoming too powerful, and feared that he would abolish the Roman Republic and turn it into a monarchy. The conspirators included Gaius Cassius Longinus, Decimus Junius Brutus Albinus, Publius Servilius Casca and Marcus Brutus, who was a close friend and relative of Caesar. On the Ides of March, the senators invited Caesar to a meeting in the Senate. Caesar was warned by a soothsayer to beware the Ides of March, but he dismissed the warning, believing that he was invincible. When Caesar arrived, he was surrounded by the senators, who had hidden knives under their togas. As Caesar sat in his chair, the senators began to stab him, with Brutus delivering the final blow. Caesar died at the feet of a statue of his great-uncle and former dictator, Pompey. The death of Caesar sent shockwaves throughout Rome, as the people had seen Caesar as a hero and a savior. But the conspirators believed that they had saved the Roman Republic from tyranny and that the death of Caesar was necessary for the preservation of the Roman Republic. However, the death of Caesar did not bring an end to the civil war that had been brewing. Instead, it marked the beginning of a new phase in Roman history, as Caesar's death led to a power struggle among his former friends and allies, including Brutus, Cassius, and Mark Antony. Mark Antony, one of Caesar's closest friends and allies, was deeply affected by Caesar's death. He delivered a powerful and emotional speech at Caesar's funeral, in which he accused the conspirators of treachery and urged the Roman people to avenge Caesar's death. The speech was instrumental in turning public opinion against the conspirators, and it marked the beginning of a new phase of the civil war. The conspirators, including Brutus and Cassius, were forced to flee Rome and take refuge in Greece. They were pursued by Caesar's loyalists, led by Mark Antony and Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and heir. The two sides clashed in a series of battles, with the final showdown taking place at the Battle of Philippi in 42 BC. The Battle of Philippi was a decisive victory for Antony and Octavian, and the conspirators, Brutus and Cassius, were both killed in battle. With the death of the conspirators, the civil war came to an end and Octavian emerged as the undisputed ruler of Rome. Octavian, later known as Augustus, went on to establish the Roman Empire and became its first emperor. He avenged his adopted father's death by defeating Brutus and Cassius in the Battle of Philippi. Augustus also reformed the Roman government and established a system of government that would last for centuries. There are many more aspects of the assassination of Julius Caesar and its aftermath that could be explored. For example, the impact of Caesar's death on the Roman Republic and the Roman Empire, the political and social consequences of the event, the motivations of the conspirators, and the comparison of Julius Caesar's rule to Augustus's rule. Additionally, the assassination of Julius Caesar has been depicted in various works of literature and art throughout history, such as in Shakespeare's play, Julius Caesar, and the HBO series, Rome. The event has also been referenced in various other forms of media, such as movies and video games, and it has even been used as a political metaphor in modern times. It's also worth mentioning that the assassination of Julius Caesar was not only a political event, but also a historical event that has left a significant mark on the world. It's the turning point of the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. It ended the Roman Republic, which was a republic for more than 450 years, and established the Roman Empire, which was one of the longest-lasting and most powerful empires in history. The killers of Julius Caesar were all ultimately pardoned by his heir Augustus Caesar. Brutus and Cassius were initially exiled and eventually conceded to fight for the side of Augustus Caesar in the battle at Philippi, in which they were defeated. Subsequently, both men committed suicide. The rest of the conspirators all received pardons from the Augustus Caesar. The story of the assassination of Julius Caesar is a reminder of the power struggles that have been present throughout history, and how the actions of a few can have far-reaching consequences for many. Caesar's death led to the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. It also led to a power struggle among Caesar's former friends and allies, ultimately resulting in the rise of Augustus and the establishment of the Roman Empire. The assassination of Julius Caesar is still remembered as one of the most significant events in Roman history. It marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire, and it continues to be studied and analyzed by historians to this day.